Hi friends, Dean here with Escape to Gaming. It's been quite a while since I've done a video. I actually had made one a week or so ago. Maybe a couple weeks ago, like a 43-minute video, and it just, this fucking program, I was forced to upgrade from my beautiful Windows 7 that I absolutely love. I had no reason to ever change it. But my wife, oh God, you're gonna have problems, you gotta upgrade to Windows 10. So she upgrades it, takes it to the Geek Squad, and then she added more memory to my computer, which was nice. I wish she had added more RAM, because apparently that's what I need now. I got an issue with that, but whatever, I'm just gonna make do with what I have. So update to Windows 10. Well, naturally, if I had Sony Vegas 12, I wouldn't have had a problem. I could have, worked it into Windows 10, but Windows 10 is not compatible with Sony Vegas 11. So I was forced to spend another $100 or whatever it was, upgrade to, and for some reason she got me the Sony Vegas 16 instead of 17, the latest, but whatever. I mean, to me it's all the same. So probably it's just the same program. Well, and in some ways it is, but it's very different. I mean, I couldn't even figure out how to import fucking shit into, it's like completely different. There's like 50% of it is the same and recognizable, and then there's new things that are just so complex and convoluted, and it's just, I struggle with technology. To me, if something works, don't fuck with it. Just leave it alone. If you can augment and add some new things to it, that's fine, but don't fucking restructure the whole thing. So they got to reinvent the wheel every couple of years, and it's just, this technology thing drives me crazy. Like I've said so many times, not everything new is worth embracing. But anyway, I struggle with technology. I'm not a computer person. My daughter, these kids today, they can get on there and they, oh, Dad, simple, here, done, what's the problem, and it's like, it takes me 14 hours to do the same thing that took them 35 seconds to do. So anyway, I'm going to try this again. If you're seeing this, then I guess it worked. But anyway, the Sony Vegas thing, there's not enough RAM on my computer, so when you have your preview window on your editing program, even though I finally figured out how to get everything in and do a lot of the shit, there's lag when you watch a video. If you have something that's already been pre-rendered, you can see it beautifully in the window, nice and smooth. But if it's like raw video and and then you add elements to it and special effects and stuff, it like crashes. It goes crazy. So you get this super choppy, laggy. I mean, it drops to like 2 frames a fucking second. It's just horrible. You cannot edit. You cannot edit. You cannot see where things stop and start. It's just fucked. The audio's fucked. Everything's just fucked. So I had to delete the whole thing. I deleted all the footage I did. And I mean, it's just so I spent like 3 days trying to make this fucking video, and I couldn't do it. I finally said, fuck this. 3 days is enough. Meanwhile, my wife is like, why aren't you getting stuff done around the house? Well, I'm trying to get this video done. We gotta get this stuff done. So I mean, I'm gonna try this again. I'm hoping, like I said, if you're seeing this, I guess it works. So there's like lots of clever ways around things, and I may have to pre-render each little segment, video element that comes out of my camera. So some of these videos I do, it takes like 2 or 3 segments in my Canon camcorder. It does so many 20-something minutes at a time, and then so a 45-minute video may be 2 sections, or it may be even 3, like a couple 20-minute sections and then one that's 3.5 minutes or something. So you have to stitch them all together. Problem is you can't see to stitch them together. You cannot edit at all. It's just impossible. And I've tried changing the thing to the lowest frame rate. It's got major problems, and all the workarounds on YouTube, they're talking so fast. Oh, just do this. I say, yeah, it works fine. And it's like, I try it and I've got to stop and freeze. It takes me an hour to dissect a 3-minute tutorial video because they're talking so fast and they assume you know all these techie terms and words and stuff. Anyway, that's my own cross to bear with editing and technology, but it's been tough. So anyway, I hope this works. I'm filming this again. I may be pissing in the wind. I don't know. Like I said, if you're seeing it, I guess it worked out. But anyway, I've been through a meat grinder, as many of you know, for some time. I've had many supportive people. I've had a couple parasitic, subhumans that have decided to take, when someone's down, instead of lending them a helping hand and being kind, to just pull their dick out and urinate on me while I'm down and out. So, and this is the nature of YouTube today. It's got the worst, the lowest of the low. To me, I don't know what's worse, the e-beggars for Patreon or the anti-e-beggars. To me, they're more parasitic And they're more toxic than anything. So, and that's, YouTube is just, I have distanced myself. And that's what I do. That's why the guy that got butthurt that made like this, I'm exposing Dean at Escape to Gaming video, that bastard, he won't interact with me on YouTube anymore, calls me his best friend and buddy in the previous video. In the next video, he's exposing me, telling me, describing me by virtually by name. He's a painter. He's 56 years old. He does this and that. And now he won't answer my videos. He's an ass. He's a fraud. He's a phony, and all this stuff. And it's just, this is the nature of YouTube. There's a great segment in Woody Allen's, I don't even remember what the name of it was now. It was a great Woody Allen movie he did that he describes about his fandom and how he's almost making fun of his fandom. Some people, I'm your greatest fan. The guy pulls a gun out and like blows him away. It's toxic. You don't know who you're dealing with on the internet. Once I get a pretty good idea of what they're about and I see the shysterness in someone, or I see someone who's unethical, or someone who's just a fucking liar, yeah, I cut them off. I won't interact with them. I'm not going to watch their content anymore. I won't answer their questions or their comments. I'll even delete their comments because I don't want them, I don't want anything toxic going near my channel. That's just who I am. People come to me with love and kindness. I reciprocate, and that's what this channel has been built on, and that's what it will always be. But anyway, moving on. It's been a tough year. I'll just give you a quick recap. I couldn't talk about it, as you know, for some time. The legal battle is now over. Now I can talk. I even made some videos I had to delete because I said too much in them, and I go, my lawyer said you probably should be careful what you put on social media because you're not on Facebook or Twitter or anything. I go, well, no, not anymore. I go, good. You want any kind of social media? Well, I'm just on YouTube. Well, be careful what you say about this because it could be used against you. So because of that, I've had to be careful, with this whole thing. So it's been tough. Right now, I'm trying to, wean down off my pain pills on top of it, which has not been easy. So you're going to see me struggling a little bit on this one. It's been a tough time. But it's things are moving along good. That's the good thing. Anyway, I was in a legal battle. I was injured at work on April 17th, quite a while ago, almost a year ago, 9-10 months ago, whatever it was. And little did I didn't know this until like 90 days after this happened, that my work lied and said that they denied to their insurance company that the injury that happened to me happened at work. They said it happened to him off hours. It had nothing to do with us. I was flabbergasted. I couldn't believe it. So since then they've been slapped with an enormous fine for fraud. I hate to think what their insurance costs are going to cost now. In fact, my lawyer wanted me to, there's nothing in it for me, to get the local district attorney to shut their doors down. And I just said, look, I don't know that I want to go that far. I didn't like it when they denied me my income. I don't want to deny him if he's willing to work hard and have a business. It's his prerogative. He needs to be ethical in how he runs his business. I agree, but I don't want to be the arbitrator to bring down the hammer and then have him lock his doors. This is not who I am. But anyway, I've had an investigator several times watching me for days straight, and I have the proof of it. And I have pictures of their cars. I even went to the grocery store, GameStop. They're following me around, filming me. It's just so. You're kind of like a prisoner in your own house. You don't want to do anything. You can't go outside and wash your car. You can't do yard work and do anything, around your house. Not that I could anyway. And so my wife has tried to help me with as much stuff as possible inside and outside the house. And it's been tough. This has been the toughest time to be denied money, and you can't understand why. And then all of a sudden, 90 days later, the insurance company, they have 90 days to deny you or to accept your claims. They go, okay, well, maybe after 90 days, they'll see it's a legitimate claim. They could see I was injured. They paid initially for my medical MRIs and all that stuff. They paid like 20 grand for a variety of tests and stuff, just enough to see that I had an injury. But basically, my work said, well, it didn't happen here. Well, that's funny because I have all the text. I have 5 witnesses at work that it happened the day on company time. I have the initial 19-minute conversation on I printed out my phone records of that day on company hours where I called my supervisor before the workday was done, had a 19-minute conversation with him, and then 5 other conversations that night. He kept checking on me all night. And then he forced me to drive 34 miles in pain the following day to sign papers that I would not file a workman's comp claim. They did not want me seeing the workman's comp doctor. I go, why? You're making a big thing out of it. It's just you've pulled a back muscle. Put ice and heat on it. You'll be fine, And I go, it's very painful. I think because I had a herniated disc before and it feels quite similar. Let me go see my own doctor and have it checked out. Oh, no, I got a little turn in a workman's comp claim. Well, I saw my own doctor anyway, and they didn't like that. And I didn't say anything about it happening at work when I went to the ER. I just wanted to get x-rays just to see if my back was stable and a few basics. But I still needed an all-important MRI, so in the end I had to file a workman's comp claim, but I waited even then for like another, it was the end of the following week, like 10 days later when I finally filed the claim. Because I was hoping it wouldn't be. I was hoping maybe it would be a pullback muscle. I could go back to work. I needed this job bad. The money was good. I was just about to get a raise. We were going to use the money. And the end of this year, like right now, by now I would have had a shitload of money. We would have been able to use it to do our move and buy a new house and everything. That's what my plan was. So now all of a sudden I'm getting worried about our goals. And now my wife is, concerned. Now I have no money coming in. I was supposed to get 60% of my income of my paycheck every week for disability. And because my work lied and denied me my claim, I never got a dime. And all I wanted was I would have been happy with the 60%. Just pay me, let me get some of my income so I can just function, This is my problem. I'll use my wife's insurance to get it fixed. I don't want a handout. I just want to get out of the situation. It's unfair. This happened because I did what you told me to do. I did a fucking 3-hour task that fucked my back up. And everyone, the lawyers, the doctors, everyone said, they asked you to do that by yourself with no hand trucks and no tools? I mean, you wouldn't believe everyone has they just shake their head in disbelief. Like, wow, this is one of the most fraudulent things I've ever seen. Meanwhile, I got this little pissant, parasitic YouTuber. Yeah, he's milking an insurance company. He's going to try to see if he can do a fraudulent claim and all this stuff. I mean, they've had like a couple expose videos, and even in his comment section, he's with other YouTubers. He's just slandering when he knows nothing about the real situation, which I'm telling you about right now. Now I can tell you about it. I couldn't tell you before. So anyway, near the very end, I had a hearing, the 29th of last month. Finally, a court hearing in front of a workman's comp judge with my attorney, with the attorney of the other workman's comp insurance company. And they had another investigator camped out for a week. The week before, they wanted to see me like driving to work and working somewhere, out playing baseball. I don't know what they're looking for, but something. All I got is footage of me going to my mailbox like a crippled old man with my cane. I mean, that's basically all I got. And they immediately, the day before the hearing, said, "Okay, we'll do whatever you want to do. We'll do they wanted to pay me out of it, whatever they call it, settlement, do an offer of settlement." So my lawyer came back with a really high number. I mean, way higher than I ever thought. I don't know if you could buy a house with it. I'm like, oh, that's too much. He goes, Dean, it's a game. We have to go high. They're going to go low. It's what it is. And we went back and forth, and basically the day of the hearing, literally the day of the hearing, they offered enough for me. I can go and buy a brand new Corvette cash with the check I just got. Loaded. I mean, a nice Corvette. Cash. I have the money, I got a huge check. Not only that, but I get another voucher from the state of California for $6,000, but it has to be used for retraining. So if I want to become a graphic artist because I can't do physical work, they'll train me. They can use up to $6,000 of that. $1,000 that you can put towards a new computer. If you need work clothes, if you need tools for your new trade, whatever you're going to do, it's all paid for. On top of that, the state of California also, when you file to get the voucher, which I've done, then you get another additional check for $5,000 from the state of California because they recognize you as being disabled. It's because I had a medical examiner from the state of California examine me for 2 hours and says, yeah, this guy's fucked. Not only that, yeah, he had pre-existing back problems, which everyone knew that my boss, everyone knew that I had a pre-existing problem for surgery 3 years ago. It's no secret. But I was afraid that would cost me the case. It doesn't matter. It's what's called an apportionment. The fact that there's a certain amount of damage, so they determined that 26% of the new damage to my back was caused because of what happened at work. So it means I am not going to get $1 million, but I'm entitled to close to $100,000. And of course, you get to pay your attorney. But even after my attorney's paid off, like I said, I can go out and buy a new Vet or a Hellcat or whatever right now. But did I? No. And this Shyster that says on YouTube, oh yeah, look, he's living lavishly, driving hot cars and going to Maui and all this stuff. Like I'm living high off the hog, like I'm, living off Patreon or off the goodwill of other people or whatever. This guy doesn't even know what a hard day's of manual labor even is. He says, little baby hands, works in an office all day. What does he know about climbing a 28-foot ladder and carrying one to get it off the van and putting one up? You know how heavy that fucking thing is? And climbing on a rooftop and masking shit off when it's raining out and your boss says, I don't care, get it done. And you're literally risking your fucking life every day. And he's gonna dictate, mandate what work is, what's a shyster and what isn't. I mean, this is absurd. This is the world we live in. People that they don't know what the hell they're talking about. It was a tough job, but I did it, and I did it with pride. It's something I've been, over 20 years I've been doing painting. I love it. It's just, I like to see things transform. Take an ugly house that's beat up and worn out and clean it up nice, prep it, caulk all the seams, prime it, paint it, make it look like a brand new house. To me, I just love that transformation. It just never gets old. And I get paid for it. To me, it's a great thing. But this qualified medical examiner said, Dean, I'm going to tell you something. You're going to need a fusion operation on your back. And, you know, your last operation, there's a 6 to 8 week recovery. This one's going to be 6 months. And you're never going to be able to paint again. Your days of, and I just almost went into tears. I'm like, what do you mean you can't fix it? No, he says, they can repair some of it, but you're going to be very limited. You can forget about ever climbing. And I've lost my sense of balance. I can't climb a little 3-foot step ladder without falling off it now. I can't walk to the mailbox. I feel like I'm walking onto the ocean. You know, my back's in just incredible pain right now, sitting in this fucking chair, you know, trying to wean down off from these evil pain pills I'm on. It's a fucking nightmare. And I need a surgery bad. I'm getting close to getting one. I'm so close. They make you go through all these tests and slow cavalcade of crap that you got to go through, and they want you to get steroid injections and then faucet shot injections and these hip injections, and they want you to try all this stuff, and that kind of gives them some feedback as if to whether a nerve ablation would help or whether you need a full fusion. And so there's a couple, like 3 different procedures that may not help. I've been on all kinds of medication because I've been physically out of work to where I can't physically do shit. I'm putting on weight, which is unhealthy. I'm not getting cardiovascular exercise. So now I'm getting, you know, more, you know, hardening of the arteries. I've got major high blood pressure. My wife, the day of the hearing, I was under so much stress because I didn't know what would happen. I was sitting out in a hallway in a courtroom all day long with my back, popping pain pills and just sweating like a pig and just like, what is going on? My wife and I, when the lawyer came out, she said, it's all done. You're going to get a huge settlement. The judge says you'll have it within a few weeks. And I'm like, that's it? It's over? I go, yeah, you won. Yeah, they were terrified. You could have made a lot more money if we had seen it through. I could have taken them to court. And I said, no, I know that, but right now we're leaving, we're moving. I can't be here for another 8 months dragging this thing out. Yeah, I might make a couple $100,000 or $250,000 or whatever, but it's not worth it. To me, so she was like upset because I just took the settlement. She says, well, okay, that's good. I mean, I'll make money either way, but you know, she gets her 15%. She made it. She earned it. I would have given her 20% for the kind of money that I got. I thought I might get 20 or 30,000. I didn't know I was going to get this much money out of it, but whatever. I'm still fucked though. I'm still out of a job. You know, I got to start over. At least from the help of California, I can get a little retraining if I decide to get into graphic design or something on the internet. I may just go back to signs. It's what I know, vinyl and painting and making things with my hands, like my artwork. You know, I like doing that. I can do that. I think I could do that 8 hours a day. You know, I still want to work. I want to contribute. So I gave my wife the money. I bought myself a new set of tires for my car. I already had the brakes and stuff done prior, so that was fine. It needed tires bad. They were getting bald, and I was afraid the thing might not even make it to Idaho. So I got a new set of Pirelli P0 all-season tires for it, staggered, really nice. I'll make a little Mad Max RT video about all that soon. And I had the nose, since I had it repainted, I had a nice, what do they call it? It's a clear bra, protective. It's the stuff they use in the military helicopter blades, like really durable, clear, like plastic. And you can't see it. It's like it's invisible. You can't even tell it's on there. So they wrap the whole front fascia of it with this. It was kind of expensive, like $675. It's about $1,300 if you have it done down in Los Angeles. But I got a guy to do it cheap out of his garage up here. It takes all day to do it, and it looks great. you can drive it with right behind a gravel truck with rocks hitting it, and it just repels them, bounces right off, like Superman. You know, some people wrap their whole Ferraris, and you can spend 10 grand wrapping your car with this stuff. It's very expensive. I just wanted the nose done because it's like a brick. The Challenger's got a pretty blunt front end on it. So that's it. So I spent a little bit of money on myself, and I gave my wife like 99.5% of it, and go, here, it's yours. So we're going to use it for the house because I'm out of work now. I can't qualify on the house now. She can only qualify off her income only. So I'm still be on the deed and everything, but that kind of hurt my pride. So the least I can do by giving her more money, we can put more money down on the house, which will get us a lower interest rate, which is nice. So, and then on top of that, my wife just got a new job, which I alluded to in my community post, which is awesome. She got a great new job. She was expecting to make like a $10 to $15 or maybe even $20,000 less a year because California pays pretty good. She has a good corporate job that was just under $100,000 a year. Now she's making over that. She's making $9,000 more a year plus bigger bonuses. On top of that, they go, oh, you're in California? Well, you have a relocation package coming here. We'll pay for your whole move. And we'll pay for your closing costs and real estate costs on selling your house, and we'll pay all your real estate costs on buying your new house. I'm like, wow. And on top of that, they fronted her a whole month's salary up front, which is a huge salary. She makes more money than I would ever make. So we're just speechless. I mean, that's going to save us 30-something thousand bucks right there. I mean, right off the top. So now the money that I have will really go far to help us to get into a nice house there. The prices are going up. They're pretty about 12% a year, which is getting expensive. In a few years, we probably would be hard-pressed to get a nice house there. But the timing is good, and the winter time right now is a great time to buy because a lot of people don't want to move and buy a house right now. But so she's already there. I drove her there last Saturday. She drove. I went with her because it's 2 lanes. I don't want to be worried about her. It was painful. I had to take a lot of pain pills to make the trip, but I got through it. I was squirming by the time I got there. It was so painful. And I was up all night. I could not sleep. I was in so much pain, but at least I saw her there. We went out and had a wonderful steak dinner, drove around Boise. The air was so far. I didn't want to go back home. And then Sunday morning, she put me on a flight back home, and my good friend Steve Baker picked me up, and we went out and went to a little local game place, mom and pop game store, looking at games, and had a nice lunch, and came back home here and shot the shit. My 40-inch TV that was behind me here, I gave to him as a gift. It's a 4K HDR TV. He's been so good to me over the years and helping me mod those Xboxes. He's done so much for me. I didn't have much to give him. I didn't have any more. I had no more games or movies left to give him. I've given him everything I had. And I just said, Steve, and I know he didn't have like a smaller 30-something inch TV in his game room. And I said, look, I know it's not the biggest TV, but it's a really nice Samsung 4K HDR. So he was like, oh, wow, dude, thanks. I even gave him the wall mount where you can articulate it and everything. I gave him the whole deal. So it's barely been used. A great TV. He loves it. He's already got it up in his bedroom, and now he's got his other TV in his bedroom. He's got it in the game room. So he's just happier to clam at high tide. So, Steve, thank you. And then he gave me this as a gift, which was so nice. And this is a holy grail, Quake 2. I've always wanted this game. Thank you, Steve, so much for this. I'll cherish this. I already have in my arcade Coin Ops 8, I have Quake 2, but it's nice to have the actual PS1 thing, a nice manual and a beautiful case. He had to get it on the internet. He couldn't find it locally either, and he looked for quite some time for me. So thank you, Steve. Solid Rev, which I mentioned before, got me this wonderful Terminator resistance. And because of my high blood pressure, which was my doctor, wouldn't let me go home. He kept me at the hospital overnight. He said, Dean, you're going to be dead. I can't let you leave here until I see the blood pressure go down. You're on the verge of a stroke right now. Anyway, we went out to eat after the hearing, and I had the worst chest pains. My armpits froze up, and I felt this pain in my armpits, and I thought that was it. My wife looked at me, and the look on my wife's face was just horrifying. She took me to the hospital, and they wouldn't let me leave. I had ridiculously high blood pressure. I've never seen it anywhere near that high. Because I don't get exercise. I'm not, and Solid Rev has been sending me texts for 2 months straight. Dean, I know you got to get off the couch, even if just walk around, do something. You could please watch what you're eating. Don't eat that crap anymore. You got to get healthy, dude, or you're not going to make it. Because he knows. My good friends that are healthy that know. And they've been very supportive. Solid Rev has been a really good friend through this whole thing. So thank you again, bud, for this. It really means a lot to me. Now that I got a few bucks in my pocket, I went out and got just a couple games. I got Need for Speed Heat, finally. I had to pay full price for this because they didn't have any used copies, but I didn't care. It was worth every penny. I got Grid. I got this about $20 off. And then I went and bought the season pass. So I got basically the ultimate edition of this. I got Zombie Army 4 Dead War, which is I've been wanted. This is I pre-ordered and got it. And unfortunately, the physical copy is a vanilla version. You have to buy the expensive season pass, where if you buy it digitally, you can get the super deluxe version, which comes with it cheaper. But whatever, at least I got the physical game. And I've got all the DLC and the extra missions and everything. And I got a couple movies, which I showed in a little my community thing, like the Ford versus Ferrari, which I still haven't watched yet. I saw this with my good friend Cameron of Industrial Gamer last Thanksgiving. A great film, can't talk highly enough about this. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, an incredible Quentin Tarantino movie, and a genuine treat and surprise. Someone who grew up in the 60s at the golden age of television, watching Batman and Hogan's Heroes and the Green Hornet and so many of these great shows, this kind of shows that whole era behind the scenes. Very cool. Can't recommend this enough. Overlord, I saw this and we rented this on Netflix. So good. I got it dirt cheap at Best Buy. I had to get this. I haven't watched any of these yet, but I'm going to see them soon. And this movie I haven't seen, but I know I'm going to enjoy it. And that's the Rambo. What is it called? The Last Blood. There's been so many people that hate this, and I know I'm going to love it. So I can't wait to see it. Relentlessly savage finale, and I bet it is. So I'm dying to see this. This will be the first one I'll watch because I haven't seen it yet. So I got a few movies and stuff. Not only that, but my good friend Taylor, who I gave my analog TV to, who gave me a couple games. He got me Duke Nukem 3D for the N64, and he got me the Shadows of the Empire for the N64, which I really appreciated very, very much. Thank you, Taylor, for those. Well, he sent me in the mail, he sent me a beautiful, flawless gray N64 console with a mint controller with the sticks all work good. It looks like it's never been used. All the power packs and cables. Unfortunately, I don't have it to show because my wife refused to let me do it. No more packing. I don't want you doing anything. You're going to die. She's afraid I'm going to die by doing stuff. I'm probably going to die, have a heart attack doing this video. I get so worked up. I get Diet Pepsi in here. I shouldn't be drinking this. She's not here anymore, so little as you know. She doesn't watch my videos either. So. But I'm just trying to stay awake. I've been up all night. I had a rough night. But oh God, let me move around here for a little bit. So I'm excited anyway. I'm just a few games, and I kind of took them more toward my doctor. Goes, you cannot do anything exciting. She goes, no, so I can't have sex anymore. I haven't had sex, God, I don't know how long. It's been weeks now because of this. What the doctor told me. No, my wife, I wanted to, and she goes, no, we can't. I don't want you dying on me. And then I decided to take a break from gaming just for a while because I was feeling my blood pressure rise. I was having so much fun and was so immersed in this. I was afraid it was getting intense. I was, oh God, by the time I get in that hospital where you're unarmed with all those T1800s, I was afraid it might kill me. I took a break from it just for a while. I'm going to start playing it this weekend, though. I don't give a shit. I'm going to take it easy. I'm on this very strong new blood pressure. I'm on 3 different blood pressure medicines right now. The third one, the side effects are not good. In fact, the first night I had it, I got really ill. I thought it was going to kill me. And then the second day, it was about half as bad. And then after a few days, and the doctor told me this, it's going to be really intense the first couple of days you take this, but this is going to open up your blood vessels, going to help, or you're not going to make it. You're going to be dead. In fact, I got to see him again here another week. Normally I see him every 3 months. He says, you're going to see me in 6 weeks. I don't think, he's really afraid I'm going to croak. So, I've had problems breathing. I'm just out of shape. I just need to go out and walk. When I was in Boise, we took a walk around the neighborhood. I was in a lot of pain, had to kind of, after sitting so long, I wanted to get up and walk around. The air was so fresh. It was such a beautiful city. The view of the mountains and just the sky, the air was so crisp. I felt like alive. It really felt good. So I'm looking forward to, like, I'm going to get on a walking regiment when I get there. Eventually, when I get up to speed, I'm going to get some mountain bikes. My wife and I are going to go mountain. There's mountain bike trails everywhere. There's a green belt, the river that goes all the way through Boise and the surrounding communities. You can ride bikes. There's foothills with great mountain bike trails, or you can just go hiking, walking, jogging, whatever you want to do. I'm not a big on jogging, but I do like to walk. I used to walk 5 to 11 miles a day. And I lost over 100 pounds doing that, just taking long walks. I've got to get back to that. I'm not going to survive. So I'm getting there. The house is done. My wife got the job. She loves it. She's on a 3rd floor. She's just sent me this morning pictures out her window of the whole downtown. Boy, it's so beautiful. She just absolutely loves it. The people there are so nice. Everyone opens the door, is polite for you. We went out to eat that night. People in traffic, they let you in, they don't cut you off. In California, it's just like doggy, it's like a dystopian sci-fi movie. And there, it's just like so friendly and so clean, no trash, no graffiti, no homelessness, no needles and human feces to slalom through when you're walking down the street. It's so nice. I almost feel guilty, like leaving California, but I want to get away from this big cities. Now with this coronavirus crap and all this stuff here, I'm kind of nervous about flying. My daughter's wedding's coming up here, in March, and I got to fly down soon in a couple of weeks. I got to go out and buy a suit. God knows how big I am. I'm not going to go to a mafia hit boss, but I'm going to get myself a really nice suit, at least for the wedding, and then I got to fly down. My wife will fly from Boise. We'll meet down there together and spend at least a day or two, see our daughter's wedding, then she's going to Mexico or somewhere on vacation. I told her, God, be careful down there, but her in-laws are going to pay for this. I don't know. She's going to some fancy place down there. I can't remember the name of it. Belize or something. Some really nice place. It's all paid for, so it's, whatever. So I'll go to Hawaii instead, but anyway. Well, right now with this coronavirus thing, I don't think anyone should be flying, so I'm kind of nervous about that. I already went and bought a ton of hand sanitizer, and I'm not going to wear a mask or anything like that, but I'm going to be washing my hands like constantly now. And interesting times you live in. We definitely got to be careful. But anyway, that was a little update. I just kind of wanted to get you up to speed to where I'm at. I've got all my game room packed. I'm going to show a little bit of footage here. I'll try to show some footage here. You can see I've got boxes. My game room's all packed. I've got my garage is a mess, but it's packed. It's almost done. Just a few random boxes and things in a couple rooms. I've touched up the cabinets and painted. Everything's nice. It looks nice. So next week we're getting the photographers coming and getting pictures, and then we're putting the house up officially for sale, I believe next week. We're signing papers. My wife is signing all these documents. She's overnighting them to me any day now. I'll get them Saturday or Monday. I'm going to sign them in front of what do they call those? A notary. And then it's going to cost like $100 to do all these signatures and stamps and everything. And then we send the paperwork on, and the house will sell. Her company even backs the house. They guarantee the house will sell. If it doesn't sell, they will buy the house. That's how good this company is. I mean, she's getting her benefit package is unbelievable. Unbelievable retirement. She's making over $100,000 a year. She's never made that much. When she made just under $100,000, I mean like 6 figures, but now she's in the big leagues. And the money's very good for one of the biggest corporations there in Boise. And she's been in the food industry for so long, it's like a perfect fit. She's managing like twice as many people. That's why the salary's bigger. And it's amazing. They're going to pay for all of it, for the whole move. We have a choice of the 2 big Allied van lines and some other big one. They will pack it. We've already packed it, but they'll pack it, move it, unpack it for you. They take care of everything. And every dollar is paid for. They want to reimburse you for your masking tape you bought, the packing tape, the boxes, everything. The gas will even pay for flights, vehicles, whatever you have to do. They'll fly your pets there, which I'm not doing. We're going to take Vinny. And poor Vinny, he just had oral surgery. He's 10 years old. He never had, we took him in. I just want, because we have to officially have them certified that he's been checked out. He's had all his shots before you take him into another state. And then they noticed they said, well, he should have his teeth cleaned. His teeth are bad, and it looks like he's got a gum infection or something. When I went to clean his teeth, he had a bad abscess on one of his molars. And they go, oh God, this tooth is rotted. We got to pull it out now, or the crown's going to break off. So they had to cut it in half and take it out. It cost me quite a bit of money, but they removed like $1,000. But his tooth is gone. They sewed it all up nice. He had to eat nothing but soft food. I had to give him opioids. Here, it's like now, my wife is great. Now my husband's strung out on drugs. Now you got my cat strung out on drugs. But he's off it now. 10 days. They gave him just enough for 10 days. He was in a lot of pain, but he was pretty loopy when he walked and kind of go under the bed. He was kind of very antisocial for a while, but he feels much better now. He was in a lot of pain. We didn't even realize it. We wondered why he was in a bad, kind of grouchy. Poor little guy was in pain all this time. We didn't even know. So, and of course, I've lost Oliver. I'm sick inside about that. Oliver was going to have it so good. I was going to get him a kitty door in a garage. We're going to get a big 3-car garage. I may build a giant game room out in one of those garage sections. And I was going to have little heaters out there for him in his chair with his, he would have had it made. He can go inside, he can go outside. But that sadly is never to be. So I've decided once we're settled, I'm going to get myself another cat, or maybe even 2, like a siblings. Probably another set of Bengals, brother and sister, or 2 little brothers or something. We're going to get some more purebred Bengals. That's what my wife wants. They're wonderful cats, very intelligent, very affectionate cats. Really, when they talk to you, it's amazing, like little people. Next thing, you just need a little monocle and a cane, and I'm expecting to see him anytime coming around the corner here. But he's a great little guy. He's in great shape now. His mouth is getting better. So anyway, that's just a little update. I wanted to kind of get you up to speed with what's going on. Things are much better than they were. I'm still in a lot of pain. I still need to get this goddamn back surgery. I'm just dying. And the problem is that it's going to be like a 6-month recovery on the surgery, which it's going to be really painful. I'm just not looking forward to it at all. But I'm tough. I'll do whatever I have to do to get through this. But the thing I want to do here is I want to thank all of you for being there for me. I have had the best supportive friends and viewers imaginable. And I've had some new people have reached out to me on emails, including a guy, his name is Vinny, who lives I think he's in Twin Falls, Idaho. Forgive me, Vinny, if I got that wrong. But he's a couple hours away, and we're going to hook up. He sent me some really nice texts and going back and forth with him, and showed me a picture of him and his wife and his home. And he's a truck driver. He listens to my videos like a podcast. Well, he's on the road for quite a while. So he's a gamer, and it's just so nice. I've had some Solid Rev and Blaze, and I've had so many people that have come forward and just are there for me. My old friend Mikey, I haven't talked to in a long time. He started calling me the other day and texting and stuff, and so it's just been wonderful. It's really been nice to have so many people come forward and to show their support. Yeah, you always have 1 or 2 assholes that are stuck in the mud and they got to stick up their ass, but that's on them. Miserable people. They try to project their misery and contempt for mankind on everyone else. Their channels are all built around drama. You take the drama away, they have no viewers. They've got nothing. It's just sad. But as far as this channel goes, this is going to continue to be a positive platform. Just a perspective of a little older, fat gamer that's been doing it a long time, who loves it, that's all I think about. I watch it, even if I can't game, I watched entire playthrough of this Terminator game because I was dying to see how it went out. Unfortunately, I saw the bad ending. But at least I know there's a good ending, so I'm going to try to, when I go through it, try to make better choices. But it's great. I'm watching game reviews. Oh, and I also downloaded the game. They had a sale on PlayStation. They had the game Zombie, which was the Zombie U game on the Wii U. I downloaded that. Just last night I downloaded, or the day before, The Outer Wilds. Not The Outer Worlds, but The Outer Wilds, which they had a sale on the thing. It went from $25 to like $18. I bought that. Dying to play that. By Mobius, they did that Subnautica game, which also looks really good. I got Jedi Outcast, finally, the digital one, for like $10, and I got tons of DLC. DLC for Far Cry 4, the season pass. DLC for Far Cry 5. I got I get all the DLC that I've been wanting and missing for all my racing games. For Grid, like I mentioned, and for some of these games. Anyway, I've got all the DLC for I'm missing. I think the only ones I'm missing is Homefront: The Revolution. I want to get the season pass for that. I think that's about it. I've got pretty much everything. So, I didn't go nuts and buy all the games I've missed. Like, I still need Metro Exodus and Days Gone. There's still a lot of great games. And the Railroad Empire, I definitely want to get that one. I can get that for $15 at my GameStop down the street. I'll get that one next, I think. So I'm going to start getting back into gaming, and I'm going to just take it easy. If I start feeling like I'm going to have a heart attack, I'll play something more mellow. But I do have some nice new digital games that I've bought and downloaded, and I'm real happy with that at least. So thank you guys so much. I've had the best support group imaginable. It really means the world to me how much support I've had from you guys, and love and kindness, and my community posts and my videos. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. God bless you all, and enjoy your games and your collections.